Hello everyone, and in this lecture we will be seeing introduction to cost accounting. So basically, what does we mean by cost accounting? All the subjects that we have are a quite old subject. Like financial accounting is quite an old subject, but when we talk about cost accounting, it is a quite new subject for us to understand and see how and on which framework it works, because we are studying financial accounting from a quite a long time now. From class 11th we are studying financial accounting, but cost accounting is a new branch that we have to study of accounting itself. So let me tell you that accounting has certain branch, right? Some branch, let me make it very clear. Accounts has branches. We have financial accounting, we have cost accounting, and we have management accounting. So in this particular subject, financial accounting has been done at your part because we have learned a lot about financial accounting. Now we will be talking about cost accounting and management accounting. So basically, cost accounting and management accounting are correlated between along. So, or we can say cost accounting and management accounting are very much related with each other, or we can also say that cost accounting and management accounting must work together in order to give expected results. However, all these financial accounting, cost accounting, and management accounting records are being used by the management to take planning and control decisions. However, all the branches are used by management to take planning and control decisions, but we will be focusing today on pure cost accounting only. So, let me give you a brief introduction of myself. My name is Sachin, and I am a semi qualified CA and CMA along with completed level 1 of ACCA. So, this was all about me, and let's start with introduction of cost accounting. So we will be seeing what do we mean exactly by cost accounting, and how do we understand the word cost accounting, and what are some of the things that we are going to learn in this lecture are. Learning objective from this lesson. What will you learn? After completion of this lesson, what will you learn? Will you learn anything or not? So these things will be dealt in today's lesson. Meaning, definition, significance of cost accounting and its relationship with financial accounting and management accounting. As I have said you that cost accounting and management accounting are working together, and also financial accounting records are also equivalently important for the management, but there is basically no so much of correlation between financial accounting and cost accounting. Now we will also see classification of cost, we will also see format of cost sheet, very important, and this is the theory part. Basically, classification of cost is also theoretical, but we will learn it in the practical approach. So basically, cost accounting lecture number 1 will be theory lecture. I must say quite important for the exam, and for foundation I must say this is very important, these two terms. So basically you must have to focus onto the theory on the foundation of this concept, so that you can learn the things better. If you build, see, if you want to build a building, right? So the main important thing is its foundation. How the foundation has been built. Is it enoughly strong to handle this kind of huge building on it, or is it not enough to get this done? So if it is empty, the foundation, if your foundation is empty, it means that your foundation is empty, there is nothing in that, then the building will collapse soon. Or it might happen that in the upcoming lectures you will be not understanding even a single point. So please focus on laying the foundation for this subject. Now we will be seeing basic terms in cost accounting. The first basic term is cost itself. So cost accounting has two terms: cost accounting, cost and account. Cost and accounting, these are two different terms. If we merge them, we get cost accounting, right? So we must understand what do we mean by cost first. So cost is the amount of resources given up in exchange for some goods or services. The resources given up are expressed in monetary terms. Basically, resources are none other than money. Cost is, we can say, cost is a portion of money, or I can say cost is an expense that you do on to production of what, as in the definition it is written, production of goods or services. So if you are producing goods or rendering services, you require an amount of resources are, as we know, resources are scarce, and money is a resource which is very scarce, right? Money is also a scarce resources. So basically cost, we can basically relate cost with the money part. Resources given up means paid or given to someone in exchange for some goods or services. It means that if you want to build a box, right, if you want to build a box, for this box what do you need? You need many things, like raw material, you need machineries to build this, you need labor for this, and you need a go down for this box, because first it will be made by raw material, processing raw material, then machineries will process on that. And who will operate the machinery? Of course laborers will operate the machineries. And if this successfully has been completed, when will be it stored in godown? Obviously बात है कि obviously it will be stored in godown, because it is not like that you make a product and it gets sale instantly. You have to store it as well. So these resources, for these resources what you have to expense is money, right? Or I must say that for these resources that I have written here, I had written here, like raw material and etc etc, you incur some expenses which we call costs, right? Cost is defined as the amount of expenditure. As I have told you, it is an expenditure. It can be actual or notional. So this definition tells something, this definition tells something. Actual or notional is the main point here. Incurred on or attributable to given or ascertain, or to ascertain the cost of a given thing. See, there are two type of costs. Basically we will be seeing classification of cost in detail, but let me tell you one thing here which is being mentioned in the definition. So the cost can be actual or can be notional, can be notional. For an example, what are actual cost? You have purchased raw material, very good, it is an actual cost. But what about notional cost? Suppose you have your own go down, you have your own go down. So notional cost is that if you are doing your own business in your own go down, if you are doing business in your own go down, that means you are not paying rent to anybody. But let's suppose if you were not doing the business, then you might have lifted this property onto rent, and you might be earning some rent, let's say 10,000 rupees. So the thing is that if you are not doing the business into this particular godown, or you are not using this godown for your business, you might be earning 10,000. So this is known as notional cost. The cost of opportunity also, you can say the opportunity cost is the same example of notional cost, or we can say which do not interrupt the flow of funds from the business, because opportunity cost is only an theoretical concept, it does not affect our funds. Means neither cash will go out nor will come in, right? So opportunity cost is a theoretical concept only. Financial accounting does not consider opportunity costs. This is the first and the main difference between cost accounting and financial accounting. Okay, so cost is defined as the amount of expenditure which can be actual or notional incurred on or attributable. Means, see, same example, for box making you are incurring direct expenditure of raw material onto the box. But in a factory there are thousands of box. This is a factory. Let's suppose this is a factory. This is a factory, and in this factory thousands of boxes are producing. Okay, but the rent of this factory is 10,000. Then this 10,000 will be distributed among each and every product that has been produced into this factory on some reasonable, of course, on some reasonable basis. This will be dealt in overhead costing basically. So this 10,000 will be apportioned on some reasonable basis. Or let's say this go down, electricity payment is 10,000. So electricity has been used to produce all the boxes, right? So on a reasonable basis, we will attribute this 10,000 cost onto, let's say, A, B, C, D products. I hope you are understanding my points very well, that this 10,000 will be attributable. So cost can be directly incurred or can be attributable. Attributable means can be apportioned on some reasonable accuracy to a given thing. Given thing means a product. Okay, or to ascertain the cost of a given thing. Thing means a product. I hope you have understood the meaning of the cost very well. So this was the very first basic term to understand cost accounting, is to understand firstly cost. Now costing. So what do we mean by costing exactly? Now first of all, I will tell you something very obvious that you must know, that from basics. Let's start from basics. So you were saying to your friends that I am coming from accounts tuition, or you were saying I am learning accounting, or you were saying that I have accountancy in my syllabus. So are these three terms similar, or I must say same? Are these three terms same? Can we use these three terms in the place of each another? So answer is big no. Accounts is something else, accounting is something else, and accountancy is something else. Same applies to costing, means cost accounting. Cost is something else, cost accounting is something else, and cost accountancy is something else. You must understand the basic difference between these three so that you do not confuse between these three terms. However, this is not the very important point for the point of your examination, but still you must understand each and everything if you are learning a subject, because you have to be master into that particular subject. Now costing is a technique. See, costing is only a technique. Costing is only a technique. So costing, so basically let me tell you the difference now. See, costing is a technique. Technique for what? To measure cost or to ascertain cost. And cost accounting is connected with applying costing techniques to determine cost. Now you are getting the idea why these three are different, and a lot of differences are there. Now costing is a technique. We will see technique and a process of ascertaining cost. So there are various techniques available in the cost accountancy. We will see each and every technique in detail soon when we will go on marginal costing. Marginal costing is one of the techniques of costing. We will see, this is a particular separate chapter, we will see into that chapter, right? This technique consists of principles. So like marginal costing has certain set of principles and rules associated with this chapter, particularly chapter. Okay, which govern the procedure of ascertaining the cost of particular services. As I have told you that marginal costing has certain set of principles and rules which will govern how do you calculate cost under the chapter of marginal costing. Okay, these the process of costing includes routine of ascertaining cost by historical or conventional costing, standard costing, or marginal costing. As I mentioned you, marginal costing is one of the techniques of costing. So this is very important. What are the techniques of costing? It can be asked from you in the MCQ part. Okay, so now you have done your concepts building on costing. Now let's move on to cost accounting. Finally, what do we mean by cost accounting? Cost accounting relates to the collection, classification, ascertainment. So it has various functions to perform. Let me underline it, or I must say let me basically highlight it. It is a collection, classification, ascertainment. So we have seen three things: collection, classification, ascertainment of cost, and is accounting and control relating to the various elements of cost. So these are some of the things that we have to learn still. First of all, you have to collect the cost. You have to collect the cost. How will you collect the cost? You will, as a production manager, basically costing department works, or I must say costing department or a production department are the very same thing, similar things. So how will you collect the cost? So you can take the cost collection from financial accounting records. You can take from that, or you can use your identification method. You can ask the respective person like workers that how much the cost is required to make or render this particular service, right? So collection has been done. Classification, now in cost accounting a classification has also been given. Classification, that how you classify the cost in various parts like A, B and C. So this is a cost, this is a B cost, this is a C type cost. How do you classify? We will see in detail the classification of cost, because it has a particular relevance, a part relevance. We will see ascertainment of cost. Firstly, you collect the cost. Okay, see, if I tell you that there is a box which takes raw material, labor, machinery. Raw material takes 10, labor takes 20 and machinery takes 30. So can you ascertain the cost? Easy, super easy. 60 is the cost. So you have collected the cost, you have also ascertained the cost. Okay. Now, according to Kohler, cost accounting is the branch of accounting dealing with classification. Again, he is a popular writer. So, what does he say? He also says it is a branch that deals with classification, recording, allocation, summarizing, and reporting of current and prospective cost. He has also added a point here: prospective cost. What do we mean by prospective cost? Prospective cost. So, prospective cost means the future cost. It also estimates the future cost. Like, suppose, let me give you an example or a limitation of financial accounting. A very big limitation of financial accounting. Financial accounting is like like police officers basically, which comes onto the spot after everything is finished. Like murder has been done, now police will come. But cost accounting is like basically what we call it ambulance, which can save a business. Police can only report, but ambulance can save the patient, right? The costing does the function in the same manner. Let me explain you why. Because financial accounting only records historical data, right? Once the transaction has been done, then it will be recorded. But costing or cost accountancy can estimate as well of future results. It can also estimate of future results. As you have seen that profit and loss account or all the financial statement that we prepare in financial accounting has its basically completion at the end of the year. It means we are recording historical data, even though we are recording the data which has been already occurred. So suppose a condition where financial accounting will not be helpful, like if I have to start X Limited, so I would ask not a chartered accountant but a cost accountant. Let's write here CMA. I will ask CMA that onto X Limited project, what will be the estimated cost or estimated profit on from this business? Because on estimation I can start the business. Of course the CMA will take reasonable accuracy to estimate these kind of things. See, here also the duties of CA and CMAs are different, because CA is basically helpful in financial accounting and CMAs are mainly equipped with cost accounting techniques, right? So Kohler has also defined the cost accounting. Now let's move on. Cost accountancy. Finally, we are at the point that I was talking about. Cost accounting is the application. It is the application of costing and cost accounting. So cost accountancy is the application of costing and cost accounting principles, methods and techniques to science, art and practice of cost control and ascertainment of profitability. So basically, what do we mean by cost accountancy? So cost accountancy is an art and science both, because art requires special skills that are generated from itself, like dancing, you generate it from itself, systematic body of rules and practices. So in future, if you become chartered accountant or cost accountant, when applying costing principles and seeing that whether the costing principle will be applied here or not, you are applying your skills of costing, that you know that this principle will apply here, like cost accounting standard, this cost accounting standard will apply here and this particular cost accounting standard will apply here. And science, how does it be a science? Science means a systematic rule, body of rules. So cost accounting has its own rules, set of principles, so that we can see it also a science. Includes the presentation of financial information derived therefrom for the purpose of measured decision making. Suppose that the very popular formula profit is equal to sales minus cost. We are learning from very basics that profit is equal to sales minus cost. Then sales can be calculated, or sales can be known easily, because you can ask the salesman. But what about cost? If you do not have cost, you cannot be able to calculate your profits, right? So what about the cost? So cost need to be calculated first to be deducted from sales, then you will be able to get the profit only. In the very beginning, or I must say in the lower classes, we were given the cost details, but now you have to ascertain the cost. It is very easy to find the sales, but it is very hard to find the costs. So for management to take decisions, see, management also want, suppose there are A B C branches, so management also want to continue only such branch that generates profit. But if it does not generate profit, the management will discontinue it. And how will it know that a particular branch is generating profit or not? By this formula only, sales is equal to profit, profit is equal to sales minus cost. And if you know cost, then only you can take decisions. So cost accountancy is also used to take decision or to make decisions, right?